ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. Well, I'm happy to be back. I'm so excited to be back actually. So it's just been, I've been going through so much family drama, of course. We all go through that, but I'm back now. So I'm grateful that I'm back and I'm excited. And actually just want to go dive in right away to talk about what I'm going to do today. So today we're going to be cooking. I'm going to be making African food today. Well, actually it's going to be cassava leaf and potato greens. That's the two stuff I'll be cooking today, but they're kind of like similar, so I'm just gonna cook them together so you see how it all works. Okay, so without going further ado, whatever it is, let's just go in so I can show you the ingredients, what we'll use for the cassava leaf, and where you get these things, of course, at the African market, sometimes also at the Asian market, or Indian, anything you can find now, you'll be able to get it. Okay, so this is all the ingredients I'm going to be using for both the cassava leaf and the potato greens. I'll just show you first the cassava leaf, how it works, and then I'll remove some stuff and then put in the potato greens because it's just similar. Alright, so this is the cassava leaf pack. That's it right here. It comes in different forms, like you can get it the half pack, big ones. They sell all this in African stores or Asian stores. Sometimes they carry it too. It's called cassava leaf. It's blended like that, green in the packet. I'm gonna use two because my household, of course, but we're just three people. And then also, as we go here, you'll see I have like Maggie cubes. You can also get this at the African store. And I have, of course, shrimps. That's like dry shrimps. They sell this one to the African store, like a dry one. Very good. It actually makes the food flavor really good. I like to use ginger on all my stuff that I cook. That's my one secret ingredient that I use. I blend it real well though. Ginger makes the food just get this good flavor at all times. So I like using ginger and tomato too. Tomato, just one fresh tomato. You don't have to put tomato in any of these grains, but I like to just to give it a different type of taste. And of course, one onions. Depends on how much you're cooking. If it's one pack, one onion so still is good enough. And of course, my seasonings. I use season oil. And I use black pepper, parsley, oregano, salt. Those are my and the Maggie, of course. Those are the seasons that I normally use to for the meat. So this is the meat. It looks crazy, but normally I use chicken, turkey, crab. You know I love crab, but you don't have to use on all those things. You can literally use one meat at a time. You don't have to. You can just use chicken. It's fine. You can use turkey. It's fine. Or fish. Anything you want to use. I just like to put a lot of different meat in there. It gives it more juice and flavor. Different type of flavors. And also, of course, I put the shrimp, like raw shrimp. But this I put it last. That's why it's not in here because I'm gonna mix all this with seasonings and stuff, and then put it to the fire to boil. Because I always like to steam my things first before I cook them. Because you know the bad blood and all that stuff. I want that thing out. So I'll show you how I do that in a little bit here. And then of course for the cassava leaf, we have to use peanut butter. You can get this one at the American store, or you can buy the African one that don't have no sugar in it. Some people like prefer that one, but I don't really care. I just use and it's supposed to be the creamy one, not crunchy ones, because if not it will show in the stew. So you use that peanut butter, and then also peppers, habanero peppers. If you like pepper, you can always get the habanero pepper at the market too. And dry fish, this is bony fish. They sell this at the African market as well. So I like to put that in there just for more stuff. And then palm oil, of course. So this is the palm oil. And I sell it in African store. It's red. It's made out of, I think, palm nuts tree. I don't know what, but whatever. So you can either use palm oil, and also you can use vegetable oils. So with cassava leaf, you can use either one of the oil. It's fine. I like palm oil because palm oil makes it different. But today I'm actually going to do a vegetable oil. Just so because I feel like eating vegetable oil cassava leaf. So today I'll be using vegetable oil for that. So without further ado, these are all the ingredients I'm going to be cooking for the cassava leaf. And yes, I'm just going to switch things around here and show you the potato grain side of it too, because pretty much it's the same. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said earlier, I was going to be cooking two different stew grains, which cassava leaf and potato grains. So I just showed you the cassava leaf side of the ingredients. So it's going to be the same thing. Basically without the peanut butter in it, because you don't want to put peanut butter in potato grains, no way. So, and then palm oil, of course. I like using palm oil for my potato grains instead of vegetable oils for some reason. I don't like vegetable potato grains, but you can use both. Either way, it's fine. It's the same. So basically, the seasons will be the same thing, same onions, same season that I always use. That's my go-to season. I make my food very flavor. Sometimes I use what is bay leaf, but that's like on a stew and stuff. I use bay leaf, but other than that, these are my plain season. And the meat is going to be the same meat. What I'm just doing, I'm just boiling everything together, steaming it very nicely, and then I'll share it in the middle for my two stews. So people can do it that way for you not to waste time. So you just put all the meat together, whatever meat you want in each soup, then you separate it and cook that way. It's easier for me that way, but I'll use the same thing. Like I said, I like using palm oil for my potato grains, so I'm going to go ahead and use palm oil. So these are all the ingredients for the potato grains and the cassava leaf. Like I said, the difference is just potato greens, no peanut butter, no peanut butter, and you use palm oil, or if you can use vegetable oil as well. But other than that, it's gonna be the same way I'm gonna cook it. It's gonna come out the same way, just different greens. Alrighty, let's dive into it. And so welcome back. So I'm just gonna show you how to season. Some people know how to season, like, you know, for us Africans, we don't measure things usually, but you know, you just put the seasoning in the meat and then let it boil. So I'm just gonna pour just a little. You just sprinkle, you know, on the meat. Sprinkle the seasoning, and then of course black peppers. You just do that all over the meat so it gets in all of them. And of course the parsley. This is my favorite stuff to use when I'm cooking. I love parsley. So you just put that all over, sprinkle it just as much, not too much, but at least a little bit. And then the oregano as well. Just sprinkle a little bit on top of the meat. I like to use Mrs. Dash. It just gives the meat good flavor. Just whatever season you can get on the meat for it to be juicy, you know. And then what I like to do, I like to blend the ginger, the tomato, the fresh tomatoes, and then with some onions. I like to blend that in together and just put it in the meat, so that way it's, you know, it goes in the meat and season well. So even when you eat in the meat, I mean the food, so you still taste the meat season really well. So what I'm gonna do, you can either use a spoon and mix it if you're not a hand type person, but me, I like to use my hand for everything. It's clean, and I'll just blend it, because the hand, you know, you'll be able to put it really well into the meat. The seasoning in, you just mix it very well. Make sure everything goes in properly. If you're using one type of meat as well as the same thing, do that. And then what I do, I add water inside, so that way the things can cook properly after doing that. Some people put a little bit of water, but I like to put water so that way it can cook just half full the pot, you know, whatever pot you're going to be cooking in. And then you just cover it up and let it steam and let it boil for about, say, 30-40 minutes. It depends on what type of meat you have in there. Some meats are very hard to cook, so you want to be trying opening and just making sure it's cooking. Other than that, like for chicken and, you know, turkey, these other things, it's really quick. So I'll say 30-45 minutes, and then I'll check back on it and make sure it's boiling real well. Ready? Welcome back. So we are on the potato greens now in the cassava leaf. Like I told you, I'll be cooking both of them at the same time, because it's the same way. It's just a little bit different things. So now this is the potato greens. Well, this is pretty much just the meat. It's cooked now, so when it's cooked, this is how it's gonna look like. You know, whatever meat you want to do. So at this point, now you have to open the potato greens, the frozen one, and then it's just like this in the bowl. You pour it inside the pot where the meat is. So basically, it's gonna look like that. See that? Looking all juicy already. Just cut it all over the pot. And then what I'll do, I'll put my shrimps now. Just take a handful of shrimps. And just dump it in there, because I like shrimp. Just dump it in there. And some of the fish, the dried fish as well. Dump some of that in it. And then of course my dried shrimp as well. I like using dried shrimp. It's really good. So just, you know, handful of it. Put it in there. At the same time, this all you put it once and for all, really. And then the Maggie cube. These are the Maggie cubes. That's how they look. But this is so hard, so I just dump them in, because American Maggie cubes, I don't know where they came from. I'll do five Maggie cubes, because it's a big, you know, pot of soup I'm cooking. And of course I'm going to put a little bit of salt too as well in there as we go. Just so when you put the 5 Maggie cubes, just, you know, mix it and make sure it's, you know, taste good to whatever you're tasting. That's what it is, really. Whatever taste you want it to be. Of course not too salty, but for me I start with 5 Maggie cubes, and also I'll put salt in it. So now I'm just going to mix everything up. Mix it up really well. Mix it up. So now I'm gonna cover it up and let it, you know, let the water drain out of it, because there's so much water in the potato greens, because it's like frozen. So I have to let it cook a little bit, and then let the water dry off of it. And then also, of course, I'm gonna pour some. This is the onions, tomatoes, ginger, onion leaves and stuff that I blend in here. So I'm just gonna pour it in there as well. Just half of it, because I'm using it for both of them. So you just blend all those together, you know, and put it in, mix it well, really well. Let the juice go everywhere. For the palm oil, I'm going to put it in a little bit. I like to do this way so the water can actually dry it off of the potato greens before I pour the palm oil in there and let it cook. I like doing it that way. A lot of people do it different ways, so for me, that's my own. And I'm just going to cover it up, and I'll let it cook for about like 10-15 minutes. I'll be checking on it within that 10-15 minutes. I'll make sure I check and mix it up and make sure, you know, it's not burning, you know, the fire is not too much, regulate the fire. But we will be back soon, and then I will show you the end goal of this potato greens, how it is made and chop. Okay, and then I'll show you how the cassava leaf also is made in a little bit. But basically it's the same way. Alright, we are going to check on the potato greens and see how it's going. Let's take a look here and see what's going on. Woo. Look at that. As you can see here, the water is all gone. Still water, but it's okay now. It looks good. The potato leaves is all like softened. You want it to look cooked like that. And the meat is all good in it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour the palm oil. You can get different type of palm oil. I like this one better. And make sure you shake it because sometimes it sticks down there. But I'm going to open it up and I'm going to pour to the level you want. Okay? Basically, I'm just going to pour all around it here. All around. Depends on people who like a lot of palm oil in the potato greens. Some people do. For me, I like to pour it until I see it up because I like palm oil. And too much of anything is bad for these people. But yeah, so you see now it's turned basically red. Woo! This is all yummy already. Which I'm gonna taste it. You can always, use your hand. Actually, it tastes good. You can also add, after the 5 Maggie cubes, you can either add Maggie cubes 1 or 2, or you can always put salt and just sprinkle a little bit of salt to your taste and see how you want it. So basically for the potato green, that's it. That's all for the potato greens. You're just gonna have to, when you pour the palm oil, now at this point you're just gonna let it cover up and dry. You have to keep checking on it at least every 5 minutes, 10 minutes to mix it up so it doesn't stick down the pot and burnt. But really just make sure you check it until you see that the leaf, the greens is all like, dry and the water is dry. That's how you know it's cooked. But if you keep saying it's loose like this, then it's not cooked because you want the palm oil to actually cook too as well. So at this level, I would say cover it up. You'll be stirring and mixing for about at least another 30-40 minutes so you know it's like really cooked. So just let it be like this. Keep mixing until you see at least it's the potato greens is dark, like dark brownish. It's not green anymore because you don't want the thing to be green. You want it to be at least, dark in color so you know it's cooked. So with this one, you just cover it up. Keep checking every 5-10 minutes. Mix until it's done. When it's ready, you can just eat it with rice. You cook rice. I bet everybody knows how to cook rice. Yeah, you cook rice. You can eat it with rice and the potato on top of it. That way, you can eat it with plantains. You can eat it with yams, cassava, anything you want to eat it with. Really, you can boil those things, the plantains, and eat it boiled, though not fried. Fried is probably gross. You can eat it that way with anything. That's how potato greens is cooked. And cassava leaf will be the same thing. I'm gonna go to the cassava leaf and show you exactly what I do with that. Gentlemen, welcome back. So this is the cassava leaf portion of the cooking that I'm gonna show you now. As you can see, the meat again is all cooked. The chicken is well cooked. It's a turkey. You want it to be cooked and really soft. You can see no raw blood or anything on it. Then you want it cooked. When the crab is cooked, this is how it looks like. I love crab on anything, really. I swear, I love eating crabs. But that's how it looks like. And of course, you need a little bit of water in the pot. So the same water that you boil the meat with, you can use that water because it's flavored water. You can use it to cook the cassava. So you just put like half. Just see. Half water in the pot like that, not too much water because the cassava leaf already have water in it. So except you drain it. See, I have to actually drain it. That way there be no too much water in there. So that way, what I'll do, again, I'll pour the cassava leaf in there. So that's how the cassava leaf will look. Sometimes you have the fresh ones, but that one you have to like literally pluck it and blend it. I don't have time for that. No. So I'll just use this, the frozen one. They sell at the African store. So you pour it in, just like the same way you pour it in that way. Some people really do it a different way, and I also pour the peppers that I blend everything inside. And of course my shrimp, my raw shrimp, I'll put that as well in there. I can just use all the shrimp and not be too greedy. I like to save my shrimps, but you know what? I'll just use it. And then put the dry shrimps as well. Put it in. Whatever you want to put in, this is the time you put all the other extra things in there. Put the boni in there as well. Pour some boni. And then next I'll put the Maggie, the cubes in there. These cubes are so hard, I just gotta hit them. I'll put 5 as well. 5 cubes. I hit them. And of course salt. So after the 5 Maggie cubes, so if you're cooking a whole pot like this, that's when you do that. Then a little bit of salt, sprinkle a little bit of salt on there. Like that. And then now, this is the part. Some people actually with the vegetable oil, I'm gonna do it last. Like I said, the same way I'm gonna let the water boil and simmer, you know, until I see there's no more water, and then I'll put the oil last because I'm gonna cook vegetable oil potato greens. I mean cassava leaf, not palm oil today. So with that, so some people with the peanut butter, some people do it differently. Some people actually don't even use peanut butter, which is good. Some people do. For me, I like peanut butter. It makes the thing hold together. For some reason, don't ask me why. That's how I was. When I was born and what I met in my family, that's how they cook cassava leaf. So with the peanut butter, what I do is I put it like that. Sometimes some people use they put some in a bowl, mix it real nicely for it to be like, you know, creamy, and put water, mix it with it so it to be creamy, and pour it in here. Some people do it different ways. For me, what I do is really when I put everything in the pot, it's easier for me that way, and I'll just scoop. You can use this big spoon, scoop just one scoop. Depends on how much peanut butter you want. Just one scoop of this and just put it in. Really, it's creamy already, so it's going to boil together. You will not see any how you call it, peanut butter in it when I'm done. Really, that's why you have to use the creamy one. Just use it. So if you want to use a small tablespoon, you can use 4 scoops of those. Put it in a bowl, mix it, pour it in here. Either way, it's fine. For me, I just like to put everything together and let it cook. It's easy that way. Please don't complicate life. And people just complicate things. But really, that's what it's just a whole scoop of this. Put it in there, you know, and just mix it. I know it's kind of hard. That's why some people do it the other way around, where they can, you know, mix it and pour it in. It's easy for them because it sticks to the spoon. So same way, same thing. We mix everything up very nicely. Just mix everything up really well. Looks good already. Gosh, it looks so yummy. So this is gonna cook for about pretty much an hour, really. But within that hour, you have to be checking on it like every 5-10 minutes to mix it, so that way it doesn't burn or sit under the pot. And mix and taste as well. Make sure the seasoning is all good on it, all that stuff. So that's all you have to be doing every time. So basically, potato greens too, like I did cassava leaf as well. Same procedure. Now I'm just gonna cover it up, and then I'll let it boil until the water goes down, and then I'll pour the oil on top of it and let it cook as well. So the same thing, it's green right now, but at the end you want it to be at least dark, I'll say dark black or something, or brown or whatever it is. But that's the end goal, because when it's green like this, that's pretty raw. You don't want to eat that. The cassava leaf is very dangerous too if you don't cook it well. So this needs to be cooked really well. So I would say about an hour and a half. I would just be checking on it, and I'll show you the end goal, how it looks like when it's done. So that way you will know when the food is ready to eat. So what we're gonna do now, I'm just gonna cover it up as well, and I'll let it cook for about an hour. But within that hour, I'll be checking on it. For this one, we're gonna use oil, vegetable oil. You can also use palm oil, but I'm just gonna use vegetable oil today since I'm already doing potato greens palm oil. So I'm just gonna do this vegetable oil. Okay, so I'll see you soon, and I'll show you the end goal of both, how it looks like when it's done. Really, to be honest with you, that's everything. And also one thing you can do, I have the habanero peppers. For people that don't eat pepper, really, if your family don't eat pepper or whatever it is, you can just throw them in there like that. The habanero peppers, I like to eat habanero, I love them. So I'll pour in here like that, just like that, and so you can cook. Anybody who wants to eat pepper, at that point, they can, you know, make their own choice of eating the pepper that way, because they're very hot. They're very, very hot. And I'll do the same for the potato greens. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And let's check out the potato greens and see how it's going. The moment you've been waiting for is here. So that's it. There you go. This is the potato greens, the end goal. See how dark it is, and look at it. There's no water. It's really dry. You can see all the meat and everything on there. You just see the oil on top. That's how you know it's done and it's dried. So basically, this is the end goal of the potato greens. Looking all yummy. Like I said, you can eat this with rice. You can eat it with boiled plantain, boiled yam, anything you want to eat on the side. So there we go. Now the cassava leaf also is ready. I'm just gonna dig through here so you see. See, it was green earlier, and now look at the color, like dark brown. So this is oil. I actually put too much oil, but you can always, you know, take it out and waste it. You don't have to use all that oil. But that's the end goal. You see as well how everything is all cooked in it, and you see the oil will turn pretty much black, and the potato beans will turn brownish color, and there's no water. As you pull, you see there's no water. This is just the food. So that's how you know it's ready, really. Because cassava, if you want to make sure you cook it very well. See, I actually have some rice here that I'm gonna cook rice, that I'm gonna actually just put the soup on top of it and just eat it that way. Some people put the soup on the side way. You can eat it with anything else as well. So this is potato greens and cassava leaf. That is the end goal for both of them. They're my favorite stew actually. So if you love this video, or if you like to see something different, please do not forget to comment down below. I'll be more than happy to take those and then just cook something else for you. And if you like to see something else, some other type of food, stew, anything else, just let me know. If I went too fast, just let me know. You can also comment on there and tell me, you know, how to make this, or how do you want to put something on the stew, whatever it is, if you think the video is too fast for you. But other than that, that's the end goal for both potato greens and cassava leaf. That's how we cook it. Very easy, simple. Other than that, thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate you coming. Please stop by next time. Again, call your friends, your family, everyone to come and join the Matu's adventure, kitchen adventure, everything adventurous. Next time, ta-ta.